I did not choose to write these lines. They rose like rivers from broken times, not from the hand, but from the soul. Each verse was a wound that made me whole. I held the pen as if it knew the heaviness of what I'd been through. It trembled gently, it paused with fear, and what it wrote were drops, not clear. For ink was never black that day. It carried silver, washed away. My tears became the silent art, each word a heartbeat torn apart. I wrote of nights that never end, of letters written, never sent, of doors I knocked that stayed so closed, of roses left that never rose. I wrote of footsteps fading fast, of futures buried in the past, of echoes calling from a shore where love had lived but lived no more. I wrote of smiles that I still keep in hidden places, buried deep, of laughter lost, like summer rain, that never found its way again. I wrote of eyes, a fleeting flame, that whispered softly, called my name, of promises too frail to last, of the present bleeding into the past. The page became a fragile glass, reflecting all that came to pass. It held my sorrow, yet it bled with every single word I said. I wrote of love I could not save, of silence louder than the grave, of hands I reached that slipped away, of broken dawns on a shattered day. The ink, it spread, it knew my grief, it gave me neither rest nor relief. Yet in its lines a truth appeared. The poem I wrote was built from tears. But tears are more than sorrow's song. They tell of places we belong. They carry both the ache and flame, the longing wrapped inside a name. So stanza after stanza grew, a garden watered by the dew. Though pain had birthed each fragile line, they blossomed bright, they dared to shine. I wrote of the courage I had found while standing still on shattered ground, of nights I thought I'd fade away, yet somehow lived another day. I wrote of prayers I could not speak, of whispered strength when I was weak, of moments where the dark was near, yet still a single star appeared. I wrote of faces in the rain, that blurred with joy, that blurred with pain, of fleeting glances, fleeting years, and letters signed with hidden tears. I wrote of faith, of bending low, of learning how to let things go, of watching seasons come and leave, of what it means to truly grieve. But woven through the grief was more, a secret love I still adore. For pain and beauty often meet within the tears that fall so sweet. I wrote of rivers without end, of broken hearts that somehow mend, of music born from silent cries, of hope that lives though something dies. Each page became a fragile wing, a wounded bird that learned to sing. And though its song was cracked, untrue, it carried light, it carried you. I wrote of mornings I still see, of what your memory gave to me. A gentle hand, a fleeting smile, that carried me across the mile. I wrote of deserts, endless, wide, where love alone refused to hide, of falcons soaring through the sky, of freedom found when hearts still tried. I wrote of secrets left untold, of futures built on threads of gold, of nights beneath a silver moon of prayers that ended all too soon. I wrote of silence, sharp and long, that shaped the music of this song, of truths that hid in shadowed light, of fragile hearts that learned to fight. The pen kept moving, word by word, each tear a song that still was heard. And when the final line was near, I felt your presence, close and sincere. For poems written out of pain are never truly lost in vain. They build a bridge, they shape a way, they turn the night into the day. And so this poem, born of grief, became a quiet, deep relief, a sacred place, a whispered prayer, a proof that love is always there. I wrote of endings, but I knew, within each end, beginnings grew. The tears I shed were not the end, they carved the path for me to mend. So read these lines and understand, they were not written by hand. They came from places dark, unclear. The poem I wrote was made of tears, yet still, in every tear, a spark, a fragile flame against the dark. And though my heart was bruised, undone, it carried love, it carried sun, because within the weight of pain there lies the hope we can't explain. The poem I wrote with tears was this, a map to sorrow, yet to bliss. So if you've cried, if you have bled, if grief has sat beside your bed, then know my words are meant for you, a friend, a light, a promise true. For every tear that falls unseen will paint the world in shades serene, and every heart that breaks apart will one day heal, will one day start. So keep this poem close, my friend, it has no start, it has no end. It lives in silence, speaks through years. The poem I wrote was carved in tears.